What's up, you guys? So in this video, we're going to cover how Leo at Pioneer Air made 100x ROI from our low-cost marketing strategy. Now, when we approached Leo, it was 4 weeks ago. It was the second week of January that we approached Leo. And at the time, he had just downsized his company. He went from one office to a smaller office. He was letting go of technicians. And he found himself in the second week of January with no jobs on the board and unsure of what to do. And so we approached him with this idea, this new strategy that we created that is extremely low cost. Because at Ignite, what we do is we run private low cost marketing strategies so that business owners can save time and save money. The problem for most businesses is they spend too much money acquiring customers. So whether it's on marketing dollars or on employees or both, most companies spend too much money acquiring customers and it's hard to maintain growth. At some point, there's this term called the law of diminishing returns. And you just get to a point where you can only invest so much money into marketing and get so much of an ROI back. Before I get too deep into how this works with you guys, I want to share with you how I got the idea so that you can kind of see the context of where I'm coming from with this strategy. A few years ago, I was working with a large HVAC company here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We were running a lead generation department where me and four other people, so five of us, would sit there and dial the list of that business to generate recurring revenue. And as they would grow, they would acquire new companies. And with those companies came new lists, and we would turn those lists into money. To this very day, one of my really great friends, Henry, still works for not the same HVAC company, but a different one, but does the same job at that HVAC company. And he told me that he got paid $130,000 last year to do this one simple task. And that's when I realized that I can build a software to replace the employee, save the company a bunch of money, and increase their profits at the same time. When we approached Leo with this idea, he fell in love with it because it was a model that he was already trying to do. He just found that it was too expensive to do it, especially when he had employees that didn't understand marketing and didn't understand sales. He needed a team like Ignite Marketing to help lay up the deals for him so that he could win. And so ultimately, the way that I look at it is with our strategy, being that it's private, it's low cost, direct to your consumer, if we were able to generate more sales for you at a fraction of the current price that you're paying, would something like that help you? And if that's the case, then I want to give you the exact strategy that got Leo to 100x ROI in just 3 weeks. And so let's hop into my computer so I can show you guys how the strategy works, exactly what Leo made, what his total investment was, and then I'm going to show you guys how you can work with us as well. So stay tuned to the very end so that way you can see how the strategy actually works. And I do believe that you will be profoundly blown away at how simple, yet how effective and targeted this strategy is, and so low cost. And so anyone can do it as long as you're willing to grow your business one day at a time. So let's hop into my computer so I can show you guys how this strategy works. Okay, so here we are in my computer. And so here's Leo. Leo is a HVAC company here in Las Vegas, Nevada. He does a very good job. You can see here he has almost 500 Google reviews, above 4.5. He's got a 4.7 star rating. And like I said before, Leo spent $2,800, and in turn, after 3 weeks of working with Ignite, which is our company, he made $292,000 in revenue from our simple marketing strategy. Now, the number one response I get when I share this with someone is, wow, that is amazing. I've never heard of this before. And yet this is a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't I do this? It's so cheap. I can see what happens. And if it doesn't work, no big deal. If it does work, this is going to have profound returns. And here's how much we were able to make Leo in just 3 weeks. So as you can see, $291,540. Here are the jobs that he sold. And that was for the month of January. Now, we were told that in total that their company made $320,000 for the month of January, $291,540 of it coming from Ignite Marketing. And so that is how quickly and effectively that this strategy can work for your business. And especially like when I show you how much we can save you. If you already have a lead gen department, you already have like a team of people who are calling your book of business to maintain relationships and maintain recurring revenue, then this can scale their efforts. And instead of paying them to call people all day, you can pay them to talk to people all day with our system. And so what we did is we took a list of 700 customers that Leo gave an estimate to in the last year. And then we ran that list through our system over 3 weeks, and we designed a software that sends a voicemail straight to the inbox of the customer's phones. And these voicemails are customized to the company. So what we do is we sit down with you and we figure out what is it that you're trying to offer, and then we will come up with a marketing strategy based on that offer that's going to drop a voicemail that creates interest, and the customer is going to call back about that offer. And so when the customer calls back, we then book the appointment. Once we book the appointment, Leo took over with his sales process, and that is how they went to go and generate the revenue. So in the middle of January, when Leo had no calls on his board and he was just about to let go of a technician, we were able to turn around and generate 66 appointments. Leo sat down with 43 of those, and all of this resulted into $291,540 in revenue. Now, as far as how much we actually billed Leo is ridiculous. It's pennies compared to the results that he got. I already mentioned to you that he had 100x ROI. So if you can do simple math, you kind of get an idea where we're going at. But I want to show you guys what it breaks down, because we wanted our services to be low cost so that business owners can profit more, but also because it makes it sticky for you to continue to work with us forever. And the goal is that we become partners with you and your company and help you grow your company forever. And so first up is our monthly retainer. And as of right now, it is only $1,000 a month to work with us. Now in this example, we did charge Leo $500 for detailed purposes below, but I just want to give you guys that heads up. Next is the price per voicemail that we drop. It's 5 cents per voicemail. And lastly, if you need us to manage the calls, like Leo asked us to manage the calls coming in and set the appointments for his company. And for that work, we charge just $50 per qualified sit. So every week we send out a list of appointments. You approve of who sat, and then we would send a bill for that qualified list. And so in Leo's case, here's what we did. So first off, we sat down with Leo to discuss his offer and what he wanted the voicemail to say. Second, he paid $500 to get started. And then we built and launched his campaign in 72 hours. From there, we started to book 5 to 10 appointments per day within hours of the campaign going live. And after 3 weeks, we billed Leo for 43 confirmed appointments, and for the voicemail data fees, 5 cents per voicemail. And so here are the invoices. First is the $500 subscription. You can see the infinity there for subscription. Then 1 week for $1,050, and then the last week for $1,100. And then the total data in usage was $78.52. And I put a further breakdown here as well. His all-in investment is $500 a month recurring. We did 1,570 voicemails, which was $78.52 in total voicemails. And then we set 43 appointments at SAT, which was $21.50. So in all, his total investment was $2,728.52 to make $291,540. Now, here's the thing though, is $21.50 of it is performance based. Meaning worst case scenario, if this wasn't going to work for him, he was only ever on the hook for the 500 plus the 78. So less than $600 was his total risk. And it turned into $291,540. And that is much more than 100x ROI. So we know for a fact, because of how low cost our system is, this is going to be a huge solution for anyone who is in a similar business model. This strategy can be used for many different companies: HVAC, plumbers, home service, car dealerships as well. Because you guys are running offers every single weekend to get people into your lot, we can literally pack your lot every single Saturday with a unique offer and run voicemails to the people who have already purchased cars from you that your salespeople aren't even dialing anyways. You have leads just sitting there. This system can work those leads and squeeze money out of them. Literally, this strategy will print you money for a very cheap and low price. Any sales organization out there, whether you're door to door, making cold calls, this will compound the efforts of your sales reps, because we can run thousands of voicemails every single day with unique offers. Whether you want to do 100 a day, 1,000 a day, 100,000 a day, we can do that with our system that we designed. And our marketing system will outperform your sales team 7 days out of the week. It will never call out sick. It'll show up on time, and it'll work until the very last minute. And you can save tons of money on employees, because again, instead of paying them to call people, like right now you're paying employees, if you have a lead gen team, you're paying them to call to find someone who's willing to talk to them about the offer. When instead, if you utilize this low cost marketing system, you could pay your employees to only talk to people, because we could generate all the outbound and generate all the inbound that you're looking for to have your team talking versus just dialing. So you can save money on employees, you can save money on marketing costs, which ultimately is going to help you make more money. And so if you wanted to get started working with us, we're going to be super upfront and bold about it. We know that this is going to work for your company. We have our current pricing at $1,000 a month, monthly retainer. This is going to cover all the labor and all of the, running the system and us building the account and managing the account. That's what this is going to cover. Then you're going to pay as well for every voicemail that we send out. That's 5 cents per voicemail. And again, if you want us to manage the phones and set the appointments for your company, it's $50 per sit. If you wanted to do this all in-house, then you don't need to worry about that. But if you want us to handle this for you, it's $50 per sit. And so if you were to run with the same numbers as Leo, working with us could have looked like this for you. Instead, your total investment would have been $3,228.52 to make $291,540, right? So obviously it's not 100x in this example because we raised the price by $500, but I'm sure anyone is still willing to pay less than $4,000 to make close to $300,000. I mean, this is still very close to a 100x investment right here, especially when more than 80% of this is performance-based, not even on the line money as well. So if you want to learn more on how we can help build a strategy for your company where you can get 100x ROI, then click the link below in this video and you can schedule a call with our team. You're going to see a page, very simple, looks like this. You just pick a day and a time that makes sense. There'll be a couple of questions for you to answer, and then just book the calendar and we'll get on a call with you guys. Very straightforward. And again, if you're in these type of businesses, or if you have a business that resembles this, basically if you have inventory that you need to sell on a monthly basis, if you have customers that you need to come through your office on a monthly basis, like dentists, chiropractors, med spas, maybe, anyone that has a list that you want to make recurring revenue off of, whether you're selling, I guess it would be like nutritional products or e-commerce type stuff, click the link down below and we can strategize and see if we come up with something that would be unique for your business and help you guys skyrocket your profits and save a ton of money on employees and marketing. So thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you guys on the call.